How you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today, I was looking through. I forgot I had this. This is The Adventures of Bob Hope, #1. This is the first issue. This is 1950. Okay, 10 cents. This is National DC National Superman Comics. Bob Hope, 52 big pages, and this photo cover of zany Bob Hope there. Looks like he's got two rifles. I don't know why they did this because the story is mostly about ski instructors and stuff, but I guess this is the only the picture that they had. But I'm just going to be very careful with this because, as you can see, the cover was damaged. Again, I don't know where some of these comics come from. Adventures of Bob Hope, #1, February, March 1950. National Comics takes top place as the choice of parents and children. Women's International Exposition. So this is an award that they won. Okay, well, the credits aren't in the comics, so I actually had to look up the credits. A lot of these old comics, the writers and artists weren't given credits. So the writer is Cal Howard. And Cal Howard, he wrote a lot of these comics, and he also directed a pilot episode of Super Pup. That's really all I know about him. The penciler, though, is Owen Fitzgerald. And Owen Fitzgerald is one of those guys I didn't know I knew. So he drew every issue. This went on for 10 years. I don't even remember how many issues it actually went to. It started in 1950 and 18 years. I think it ended in 1968. So it went for 109 issues. As it says here, it's bi-monthly. But geez, it's 52 issues a month. And Owen Fitzgerald, I don't know, my voice, like I said, as soon as I turn on this camera, my voice decides to go berserkowitz. So I'll just skip through pages here, but here he is. He's inventing the caddy eliminating golf club, because that's what Bob Hope is, an inventor. So he's like doing his character. It's all in shtick as like the cowardly wise guy character that he played in a lot of his movies. So he's playing like a caricature of Bob Hope. He's not playing actual Bob Hope. He's living in a flop house, can't afford his rent, and he's coming up with gizmos and gadgets to actually pay his rent. But back to Owen Fitzgerald. So I got distracted by my voice. So he is a comic book artist, and look, he does 52 pages every other month. So that's 26, whatever, 25, 26 pages a month. And I think he has wonderful storytelling. And he was later went on. He did Scooby Doo. He did the Super Friends, Sonic the Hedgehog. The guy was born in 1916, and he was still working until, geez, like not too long ago. I don't remember his exact death date, but this guy was very prolific, very talented, and something snapped when I saw his name as an animator. And I was like, wait a minute, that's the guy that did the Bob Hope comics. And then I was like, oh, okay, now I know what I'm showcasing. I got to showcase the Bob Hope. So, like I said, wonderful storytelling. So, you can see he's practicing his golf and whatever. The story's not that important. What's more important to me is the actual creator. And this is the first issue. The art gets better and better. The storytelling gets better and better. And what I like about this comic, like I always say, the storytelling, you got to look at the panel progression, and you can see the story. Well, you can see the story. Obviously this. I'm not reading this, but if you don't read it, you're missing, because it's a gag a minute. And what I like, this is what is the landlord's name? I can't even think of the landlord's name, but she gives as good as Bob Hope. So she comes out and she starts busting his chops. Mrs. Peabody, because of course all old ladies are named Mrs. Peabody. I actually have a Wikipedia thing opened over here, so I'm not remember why, because I don't remember anything about this. This is one of the few times I did research. So Mrs. Peabody, the landlord, is wants to rent. The guy downstairs is all pissed off that he's drilling holes. I mean, kind of being a jerk, if you ask me. Bob Lincoln, Texas Fugazi, being a jerk. Hope is messing with this guy, and look at this gag. This is for slicing. Dun, 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 dun. So she's not listening to any of his nonsense. She's saying, I'm going to throw you out tomorrow. And so he goes to the office of Pat Pending. And of course, Pat Pending is a sexy blonde. And that's one of the things. Owen Fitzgerald, and again, he gets better and better and better. He's famous for drawing pretty women. He just, you know, as the times change, the women get like, he pays attention to the outfits. He just, I don't know. He just, like, right now everything looks old fashioned, but he's still at the beginning of everything. And I just like the motion. You know, I'm the older I get, like, I had like a love-hate relationship with Bob Hope. I used to watch Bob Hope as a kid. My wife and I have been getting into the Dean Martin celebrity roasts. We've been watching those old things lately, and I got to say, I'm getting like nostalgic for the old timer guys, you know, and they're I don't know. I know it's not wholesome because they're all boozers and stuff like that, but I'm just getting a kick out of the old Hollywood and things like that. So there we go. So that's why I'm kind of doing this. That, and I heard about Owen Fitzgerald. So this is just like a one-page gag, and I guess to fill up the 52 issues, a little write-up on Rhoda Fleming. And you know what? It's kind of interesting because after I read this, I had to, I wanted to look her up just to see who she was. So this is 2 pages about her career. This was an ad. I actually read this, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this is an ad. But look at this, an ad for another DC comic. So that's the thing. DC, at this point in 1950, they had all their superhero stuff, but they also had romance. They had westerns. They had war. They had Hollywood comics. Comics were a big deal. They printed millions. There's probably, I don't even know, 800,000 of these copies of comics printed, and who knows how many are left. Movie Mirth, just a little goofy gag. And now we're back to Bob Hope. He's going into the department store, and he swindles his way into becoming a ski instructor. I just love, pardon me, on what floor will you find the yo-yos? Yeah, because that's what a man who can't pay his rent needs. He needs more yo-yos. So, and the stories are all interconnected. All 52 pages is one long story. You know, it's different chapters, but it's all one story. So this woman, he's trying on the skis and goofing around, and this lady thinks he's a ski instructor, so she hires him to teach skiing. And of course, he's a hound, so he's going after the ladies, and he doesn't even know which end of the ski is up. And he goes, I don't have to ski, I'll just teach. Yeah, I'll take the gig. So he goes up there. Look at him, dressed like a 1890s prospector, and they're all just like, who is this guy, you know? And he's like, I can't ski, blah 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 blah, make an excuse, and they think he's hilarious. And then of course one of the guys hurts himself, so he actually has to take the place because it's a competition. So he gets up there. They're just like, what are you, quit clowning around, you know? He's like saying, I can't ski, I gotta leave, but they buy it. So it's like, come on, we got a competition. So they go and ski, and he gets dizzy, and of course goes backwards, flips around, does a big old stunt, and wins the competition for it because he's the mighty Bob Hope. And you know, here he is, like, what are you doing next year? It's like, next year I'm teaching swimming the English Channel. And here's another ad that I read, and then I realized it was a Rayovac battery ad. But look at this art. This is pretty good. And of course, there's no credit to this, so I don't know who drew this advertisement, but that's a pretty damn good art. And if you remember, I talked about there's got to be a couple of pages of text with no ads. So in order to qualify for subscription rate magazine to be mailed through the mail. Pardon me. So here's a write-up of Doris Day. And why her? Because she's in a Bob Hope movie. So she's connected to Bob Hope. And here's like a little biography of her. And then It Happens in Hollywood. This fulfills the text. So this is just like Janet Leigh came and she showed up crying, and everybody was wondering why she was crying. She's like, oh, I just saw a sad movie. Like these supposedly true stories. What do I know? Alan Ladd building a pool. Like, you know, so it's gossip rag stuff. But this is a comic book about a movie star. So there you go. Story about Milton Berle, Raymond Massey, Dane Clark, King Vidor, the director, and then Marilyn Miller, director David Butler, and blah, blah, blah. So he's on the set, and he's using this machine to make crickets, and his kid comes in with a better machine. Everybody thought he was a genius, but he was copying his kid. Busted! And here's some more ads. Adventures of Alan Ladd. and Ozzy and Harriet. This is just the kind of comics you don't see anymore. For good or for bad, whatever you feel. I kind of like Bob Hope. The older I got, the more I liked him. So here he is coming back from the skiing thing, and there's Mrs. Peabody. Where's the rent? I said I was coming back tomorrow. And so, of course, he disguises himself. He's doing everything he can to not pay the rent because this is his goofball, cowardly, conniving character. And he's hiding in the closet, Mrs. Peabody. So he's packing his bags and trying to leave. And what does she do? She puts a lock on it. He can't come into the room now. If he wants to get his stuff, because she doesn't know he's there, he's got to get through me. So he sees a hot blonde outside. Come on over, Damon, let me out. And I'm being really careful with the pages. You know, this comic is 70 years old. So, 1950, 70 years. Come on. So that's the husband over there. So he's like getting all dolled up, and he punches him through the transom, and he's like, break down the door. Oh, I'll call a locksmith. You know, so he calls locksmith. I got measles. So he's quarantined in the shop. They don't even quarantine him at home. And he's like, what do? I'll climb out the yellow rope. And, he's imagining himself as Superman. And they could do that because it's a DC comic. And, of course, the blankie catches fire. And it immediately goes up as if the blanket was covered in a gunpowder. Because, I don't know, in 1950, did they have, like, flame retardant materials? I don't know. That's before my time. I may be old, but I'm not that old. And he gets back in, so he's going to throw the mattress on the ground. And when he crushes it, money comes out. The old lady who lived here before him put money in the mattress. He doesn't notice. He plops mattress. He's trying to jump out. He drops the mattress. The old lady takes it before he could fall because he's too scared, and he notices the money. So, oh, wow, he lied, said he won the Strombolian sweepstakes. And she's like, yeah, well, I'll Strombolian sweepstakes you. And when she comes out, you got the money. So here he pays the rent. He's like, he's got all this money in his mattress. And problem solved. Look at this. Batman around. Stand up for sportsmanship. Great art. Look at that. That's such classic golden age. I wonder if this is a reprint. Who drew this? That's the only thing is they don't really give you the credits. Rubber masks. So look at that. That is horrific. That is Halloween. Scare the hell out of people with these horrific masks. I don't know. That's a nightmare. Make it auto repair job. Now I was going pretty quick because I don't know how many of you are actually interested in a Bob Hope comic, but you got to check this out. If you stayed for the 12 minutes, this is the payoff. How about this? The Red Ryder with the cowboy compass the step BB gun ad. That's the ad from the Christmas Story. They changed it a little bit, I guess, because for copyright reasons. But own this saddle gun, partner. Daisy's famous Red Ryder cowboy carbine for Christmas. Amazing. Daisy BB guns. That is awesome. That is awesome. Muzzle loader, ideal for younger boys. Awesome. $4.95. And I guess that's for the pistol, for the rifle, BB gun, scope, target, outfit. I wonder if it has a compass in the stock. Awesome. See, I'm being real careful with this, but that's The Adventures of Bob Hope. I have a few issues of this, and I got to admit, I like the artist Owen Fitzgerald. Like I said, he did so many Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and he did the animation for so many Disney and Hanna-Barbera and later anime. We all are familiar with this guy's work, so I'm of course I got to do this. This is a part of comic book history. It's a big deal. The sales started to slump, so they introduced Super Hip, his cool hip cousin, and that didn't save the comic. But here's a little interesting thing. This, according to the Crisis on Infinite Earths Encyclopedia, this comic is on Earth 12. So Earth 12 is the home of Chinook Bob Hope, because it's not the real Bob Hope. I wonder where the real Bob Hope exists on Earth Prime. Duh. But this is Earth 12. So thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed this. This is kind of silly, kind of zany. I get a kick out of this. It's funny. The older I get, the more I'm looking at some of these non-superhero stuff from before my time and enjoying it. I guess I'm getting nostalgic. I guess we all do that as we get older. But hey, let me know if there's anything you want to see. Let me know if there's anything you want me to showcase. Dungeons and Dragons stuff, or whatever, comic book stuff, board game stuff. I'm a freak about all that stuff. So there you go. Hope you like it. And I got another subscription. I got 2 subscriptions this week. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, and I appreciate that you take your time out of your day and you listen to me. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye-bye.